Howdy, everybody. Hope we're all doing pretty good. It's
Yes, sir.
LiquidOtacon here with ETPC and all kinds of friends. We're joined by
Hello.
October and Hooligan and Star Newcomb here. Yeah. It's been quite a while here since we did a live stream, but mostly that's just kind of because well, over the last year we were trying to work and balance also kind of doing this and also trying to really cut our teeth and learn what this was really going to entail. And so we just kind of wanted to really just focus on actually working and focus on what we were doing uh, instead of streaming as much. But I think we've got plenty to show you, and I think we've got plenty to go over. So
All right. Let's rock.
Yeah, we're back at it again. After how long has it been since we've done one of these?
I think a couple months at least.
like maybe September.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a bit ago.
Yeah. And I mean, on top of that, too, there are also like other factors like health issues and stuff like that that were kept cropping up. So that was also like a factor, too. So now that, the end of the year is coming, we wanna check in and show everyone all the cool shit we got working on.
Yeah, we got plenty to show.
Alrighty, so we're gonna start with just the Chapter 1 rework. We have quite a bit of it to show. We'll go all the way from Penthouse A basically to Dark Hotel. Dark Hotel is still very work in progress, and all of it is still very work in progress for that matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, still just wanted to show off some of the stuff we've been working on. And I mean, just to kind of reinforce that, some of the stuff we're going to show off today is like dev textures work in progress. So like just bear that in mind. Some of this stuff is like really still in its infancy. But a lot of the level stuff here should be very showable. Let me fix my screen here. There we go.
Yeah, and we want to include people into what we're working on too, because it's part of the development process, right? Like we're doing this not just for ourselves, but for you guys too.
Yeah, exactly.
All for the Duke community. If it wasn't, then why are we doing it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Duke community.
The game is loud enough.
Okay.
Right now it's just kind of like this.
And hey, how about that standby art, huh?
Yeah,
that's right? Interesting.
Oh yes. I wonder what Duke could be carrying in that bag.
Yeah, we'll have more to say about that on the 25th.
That also reminds me to do this. All right.
Spoiler alert: Duke killed Santa. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Well, someone had to.
Nah, they would work together. That'd be cool.
Totally.
Looks like my screen is static for some reason. Give me a second here. Let me try to refresh it. There we go. Looks like we're active now. Oh, hello,
let's go.
Coming up to say hello. Alright, so we're going to start with Penthouse A. So Penthouse A has seen a good bit of rework. The main flow is the same or similar, but I think you'll notice the differences pretty quick. And I will have to say also, kind of forgive me, it's been long enough to where I don't know or remember necessarily what we have and have not shown off, so...
Yeah, there's definitely going to be an element of, like, kind of like collecting all the stuff we've done over the year, and just, like, because we want to celebrate all the hard work we've done this year, because, like, we put out some pretty awesome stuff, I think, this year. We have even more awesome stuff cooking, so if there's a bit of overlap, you have to forgive us, but we're just that excited to show you.
So
if you happen to see something that's familiar, stop us quickly.
Liquid.
Yeah.
I think this might be the old version.
Oh no, Octo. You say that. Why do you say that?
Oh dear.
Right when we
Because-
started,
I'll
and
tell
already
you
we're
for
running
that's
into
the
such
case or not.
wonderful things.
Live demo, folks. This ain't no pre-recorded thing.
This should be the last version before I merged it into the.
If it's not dark as fuck, that might not be it.
Yeah, this isn't the latest version.
Yeah,
Our friend is missing from the corner.
yeah. Among other
Classic.
things.
Oh dear.
Classic. Yo.
Classic. Well,
I
you want to
think
find
it
that for
was
me really
the-
quick, and I'll load Penthouse B instead.
Yeah. Let
Yeah,
me
yeah.
look into that. I thought you had access to it, and I didn't think about it.
You know, I
that's very-
probably do have access to it, but I can, you know, show something else in the meantime while you send it to me really quick, and then.
Two things. Ben says, I want LiquidOtacon to be the voice of my Google Home. Friendliest sounding voice I've ever heard.
Yeah, when's that
Thank you,
dropping?
Ben versus the game. And Lino Cyborg says, did that fire fail to spawn at first, or did it actually spread along the dark cell? Awesome with the latter.
It
Yes.
spreads along the ground, yes.
Yeah, it
that
spreads
is
along the
part of
ground.
sequence, Yep.
Oh yeah,
Okay, I got
technology.
it.
So.
Oh, Chubarda's in the audience.
Right, hold on, making sure we didn't freeze. So this is
There you
the
go.
revisited Penthouse B.
I cut a bunch of the other sections that are it's sort of connected to the whole merge idea. Since so it's missing the section that meant to be that.
Where voice lines aren't playing?
Oh, they're fine. They're just real volume. Good old Galaxy stuff.
Good old Galaxy.
I like the windows there.
Yeah, with like the barriers on them.
Yeah, that's very cool.
And it makes sense, right? Like, you know, Duke wants some privacy.
Yeah.
See, here's
I
some
mean,
new,
privacy from prying eyes, privacy from bullets.
not just the
Love the rainfall
new
there.
sensor. Yeah, we have some awesome new detail that October.
Razor Eye says, is that new shadows on the windows?
They weren't like shadows. It was a it was like a.
It's a temp texture right now. With
Yeah.
therefore trying to represent an actual.
Like, it's the idea like they're shutters over the windows.
Yeah.
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 And they're a little closer here. I open them. I heard her this
Yeah,
time.
very cool.
Very quiet.
DF 2001, Tomb Raider 3, AOD, is that Angel of Darkness, and Tomb Raider Anniversary Edition, Alone in the Dark, and 2006 Source Engine build of Half-Life 2, HL2 Episode 1, have the best fire in all gaming. Well, thank you for the compliment. The fire in this game is honestly extremely cool. Like, it's just, there's so many awesome details in this game. Like, for as much as people kind of made fun of 3 Girls are focusing on the details, in some aspects, it was kind of the right call in places, because there are some very, very cool details.
Oh yeah, there are some absolutely wild visual effects that like no other game was doing.
Yeah. Doom 3 had good fire, I think.
Oh yeah, Doom 3 had some pretty good fire.
Yeah.
That was the first game ever having heat haze on fire, actually, which was really cool for the time. Where, like, the view distorted as you got closer to the fire. That was always cool.
I always kind of figured
Doom
Time
3
Splitters 2 had that, because remember that one level in the Notre Dame where there's flaming zombies, and if
Yeah.
you look closely, you can see like the heat haze around them.
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to like check the dates on that.
So I like what was done with this pool area. There's so much more atmosphere. It looks like there's an actual war going on, and it it's not like
actually was
2011
great.
where you, like
I'm
it's
sorry,
not like 2011 where you just where in 2011 you just kind of like walk through the penthouse and there's shit going on the outside. No, now Duke's a part of the action. They are tearing down his establishment, and you can clearly see that here. Even in the fire, you see it, but after that, it's 100% evident.
Yeah,
Mhm.
October did a great job overhauling this this whole pool area here. So as you can see,
I even added a little bit of a resin board, and you'll see what I mean.
Now, did you keep in the one secret on the ceiling?
Probably not.
Aww.
Oh, Delta Q Delta is in the audience. We'll bring him up. Sorry about the coughing, everyone.
Really dig in detail.
Ho, everyone, how are we doing?
We're doing
Oh,
fantastic.
the
Doing
fucking
very good.
texture, I hate it so
How are
much.
you?
What the texture used over here?
The pipe that do still, like, work in progress and all. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's
I'm a... yeah.
as always, everything is subject to change.
So
How dare you, man.
the new route, instead of going through the door there or going outside around the outside, you now come through this crashed pillar here. More on that awesome new water texture detail.
Yeah,
Covered off the side of
Very
the
nice.
building. It seriously looks great.
it really, really does. Again, it's all about that atmosphere, right? Like that's the thing DF 2001 does just so extremely well is atmosphere.
Yeah. Surprisingly, for the Unreal 1 engine, it utilizes it really well.
Mm-hmm. Because that's all like fire DLL effects, right? That's all like, oh gosh, how does fire DLL work? Like procedural textures, right?
Is it, or is it just a
No,
a
the
pan
fire
into
is
the
not.
UV pan?
No, it's different. It's different fire textures being chosen and like spit out.
Okay.
They are on
Very
top of each
nice.
other.
Gapester has their
Ooh.
hands up for a question, so I'll invite you on to ask your question. Get 1 second. And go ahead, Gapester,
Hello?
ask your question. What's up?
You hear me?
Yep,
We
we can hear you just
loud and
fine.
clear, homie.
Okay, great. First of all, great to see you guys again. I've always loved these.
Thank you.
And I just learned something that this morning that I didn't believe because coincidentally I had my Max Payne 3 shirt on and I was told by my sister's boyfriend that James McCaffrey passed away. I didn't believe it, but I looked up, I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah,
I heard
just
about
want-
that. That
I just want to know, like,
sucks.
how do you feel about that? Because, like, it's like last year we lost like Kevin Connolly for Batman, and now we lose the voice of Max Payne. How does that like feel at this point? It's just
Tragedy for
Man.
sure.
It sucks. Right after the heels of Alan Wake 2 as well.
right?
Yeah.
He was amazing as Alex Casey.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now he's just,
and, like,
he's just
and
gone.
and with the remake of Max Payne 1 and 2, it's like, what's gonna happen now? It's like,
Yeah.
can you do that without James McCaffrey?
Absolutely. No, that's a fantastic question,
Or
man.
would they even dare to use like AI
No.
technology to even regenerate his voice
Oh
for
dear
it?
God, I
Oh,
hope
that'd
not.
be horrible.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
no.
said,
Not
like,
even nothing
Well,
can
with-
replicate McCaffrey's voice. Not even
Yeah,
AI. In fact, AI
Yeah.
would be an insult to him. Absolutely.
For sure.
oh, what
Yeah,
for any
well,
actor,
where,
yeah.
Right.
where would that land for the development for the remakes of Max Payne? That's like kind of like the concern for at this point, really.
They're just
Well,
gonna
No.
have a good replacement.
Absolutely.
It's either
That's
that-
a great question, man.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's like when Leonard Nimoy voiced Master Xehanort in Kingdom Hearts. When he passed away before Kingdom Hearts 3, it was like quite the chore to replace him because everyone said, "Oh, he was great as Master Xehanort."
Yeah, I'm going to interrupt you real quick to say that you're coming up on your time, but it's a fantastic question. Yeah, no, I'm just going to move you back to the audience. That's cool.
Okay, yeah,
Thank
that's
you very
fine.
much.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Thank you.
Great question.
No, I fully agree. It's a devastating loss of that James McCaffrey. Like he, not only Max Payne and Alan Wake, but even like games like Alone in the Dark 2008, which came up earlier. Like he was really, really good as Edward Carnby. Like yeah, he was a little bit corny, a little bit cheesy, but like he delivered those lines with like a full-throated growl that felt so authentic in all the ways possible. I don't know. I really, really loved his performance in that game, and I wish he got to play more characters in more games. He's a fantastic actor, like fantastic voice, iconic voice, if anything. And I was genuinely sad when that news hit, and I spent a lot of time looking at Max Payne quotes to make myself sadder.
It really is a tragedy when we lose such great voice actors, and even bringing up Leonard Nimoy too. Like you're not gonna mimic these voices. There's
Yeah.
there's no way you're gonna find a true 1-for-1 replacement. But the best thing you could do is find somebody who has the heart and the same soul that the original voice actor gave to that role. And with Leonard Nimoy and McCaffrey, it's just it's gonna be a hard thing to do. But
and
but
Kevin
I know.
Conroy.
Yes, exactly, and
Yeah.
it's going to be hard to match that, but you're going to have to find somebody who's going to truly deliver the intentional atmosphere and character that was originally portrayed. I know it sounds like a generic thing to say, but it's hard to find somebody who's going to do 1-for-1, but it does deeply sadden me to see such iconic people going down.
No, absolutely.
Every
And
year,
there-
man, damn.
Yeah, and like especially he was pretty young. He was only like 65.
Yeah.
Like that's not that old, man. But the thing that like with Max Payne in particular, I think I trust Remedy to do the right thing, and I bet what they'll probably do is they'll use the original recordings because like I imagine they probably still have them in pretty high quality, especially since that was a pretty high-end PC game. I would hope they have them in good quality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More importantly, though, I hope that they don't reboot Max Payne after this. I hope it's just Max Payne 1 and 2 remade, and then they don't touch it ever again, because I think that would be the best way to honor him. Because
Yeah. Or
especially...
Definitely.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Especially with the way I know people have like strong things about Max Payne 3, but for me personally, if nothing else, I love the way Max Payne 3 ends with him at peace, just like in a shitty baseball cap on the beach, just drinking a shitty beer. Like, let the man rest.
True.
You know.
True. And you know what they could do is they could just take the original voice lines and like remaster the lines. Like don't change them, just up the audio quality so they sound in tune with the remakes. But that I wouldn't want them to do anything else other than that. And if anybody was to say that's lazy, like you don't get it. But
no, absolutely, it's the soul. It's the soul of the performance.
So, Liquid, I sent you the updated map, and you also noticed that in Penthouse B, I have my classic mistake. When it comes to in progress stuff, I accidentally override the sky. Whoopsie daisy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it happens.
Once again, live demo, folks.
Okay, I think I have to
We do it all live.
reboot the game because it won't the new map file.
This is not reflective of the final product.
Sorry.
No.
Hopefully it's showing standby. It sure isn't.
This is why it's a development stream, not an E3 demo.
Yeah, exactly. We're not doing the backwards 7. Oh, Moon Tips. We're just been kind of talking about some new stuff we have for Penthouse A, and just showing off some of the new stuff for Chapter 1. And we're currently just rebooting the client to get a new map going to show off more stuff that we changed and improved on. And also, there's lots of discussion about James McCaffrey's passing and other stuff.
I don't think this is the right one in October. I have statue.
It should be. You're looking in the editor? Hold on. This should be the correct one, the one I thought. Good. It's the latest one I had it before we started doing the rest of the maps. For the merge.
What's going on? Very sorry. Can you believe I probably
it reminded me when
I have 2 hours before read all the stuff in a row.
It happens.
Yeah. It reminded me
You
when
can prepare
you
as
said,
much as you want, but this kind of stuff will always happen.
When you said ETPC that we lost McCaffrey way too soon, another person, I actually just started watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and fucking hilarious show. I love that show. But I just found out that Andre Braugher died recently, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, yo, he was like 60. He was the same age as my mom, and it's crazy. Like he's so young. These actors are going away so young, and it saddens me. But I know
it's sad, but also at the same time, like we now have such an awesome way to remember them is through their art and their performances, right? Like,
Exactly.
as long as we respect them, they don't try to, like, do the personally grotesque thing of trying to extend their lives via, voice cloning and all those things. I think that's as much of the best memorial someone could think of is watching, Brooklyn Nine-Nine or playing Max Payne or watching Batman the Animated Series or, watching The Wire for Idris Elba and, just remembering these people and the amazing work they did. Yeah, Ray Liotta last year passed away suddenly. Like, oh God, the guy from Friends. What was his name? Who was Benny in New Vegas.
Yes. Matthew Perry.
Yeah, Matthew Perry passed away tragically recently. Yeah, Chandler.
Yeah, that fucked me up when I heard that.
Yeah, and
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, and I think again, those people are all the people I listed had such massive impacts on pop culture. I think even I would argue that even James McCaffrey is up there with that because he was Max Payne, even though for the time people, at the time were like, oh, this is such goofy storytelling and goofy performances, over time people have really come to appreciate what that game was doing at a time other games were just not doing. It was you look at it now and it's a wonderful not satire pastiche, but a wonderful tribute to its influences in the same way Duke 3D it was. And what they do with Max Payne 2 was even better. Max Payne 2 was absolutely fantastic game. Fantastic game. And then obviously Max Payne 3 is controversial, but yeah, he was in there. He Max Payne was trending on Twitter the day that news came out, and I think that's really cool.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Penthouse
Back to Google.
Yeah, back to Google. Hey, also we'll talk about death and everything else like that. Merry Christmas, everybody! Just
True. Yes, happy holidays.
This is the merriest stream.
Yeah, maybe we can go on for another half hour about people dying.
Have a holly jolly Christmas.
No. Look, I'm just trying to make a joke. I definitely
no. I get you.
Everything you said.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely agree with, and I mean, don't get me wrong. It's sad. It's when these people pass, but it's also I think, personally, I think it's absolutely awesome how many people recognize who he is because of some of his legacy and because of voice acting even. You know what I mean? It just kind of really goes to show how much more seriously people are taking voice acting nowadays.
Fully agreed.
And that their voices are immortalized through their work and
Right.
we will remember the fact we're even talking about them is it shows that they've had such an impact on our life.
Right.
Yeah.
So yes, here we go. This is the proper Penthouse A. As you can see, things look a little different than the last one. So the fire snakes up across you, all the lights around, and that was actually this is something the lighting specifically is something you'll see as a reoccurring theme as we show off some of these new maps. A lot of the areas have seen a lot more detail as far as this kind of stuff goes. So. Something also speaking of lighting, I love this. How the red light through there is showing through this and reflecting upon this.
Yeah, it looks really, really good. Yeah, we want to make sure that at least the goal is for every map to have at least one cool moment like this, one signature moment where it's something's going on in every map.
Right.
There's a defining moment wherever you go.
Exactly.
Right. That's really cool. I like that.
Something I love about this little bit here, too, is that even though this door is locked, and I know I showed this off before, but
seems like the maid isn't the sorry
built onto itself. You know what I mean? Wrapping into itself like that, where this door, it is right there. You know what I mean? It was putting you something that was already there. Very nice.
No, for sure. Frosted Moon Tips asks, seems like the maid isn't lit by the alarm lights. Guessing it's an engine limitation? Yes, I believe that is just a lighting limitation for the time.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Liquid.
Yeah.
Remember this bug?
Oh, yeah. So when we were merging this map with the rest of the penthouse, which there is a version of this map merged with the rooftops and study right now. When I was copying stuff over for an entire week, October and I were tearing our brains out looking up different things on how BSP worked and everything else like that, because as we walked through this tunnel, you would instantly die. And I had thought it had something to do with like the way the map was built, and so we kept tearing it apart and rebuilding it and reworking entirely. I switched off of Linux onto a Windows PC just because like I thought it was something to do with the way I was building the maps on Linux and like all this other stuff. And it turns out that when I copied Rooftops, I'm back. Everyone else will be back in just a moment, folks.
To make it not have like
There
a
we
giant
go.
BSP hole, but every time we would
Hey,
fix
cool
it, we'd
cats.
create another problem somewhere else, and it was just a
Welcome back.
compounding BSP problem.
Stream should be back up. Sorry.
Yeah.
Once again, work in progress.
Oh no, that was my
Everything you
graphics card
see.
crashing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just
Oh.
my laptop being funky.
Oh gosh.
The
Okay.
goblin strikes again.
The stream should be back up.
The
Okay,
goblin
yep,
moved to
there it
hardware
is.
now.
Stream should be back up. Sorry about that, folks.
The hardware goblin.
Oh.
Oh, brilliant.
I should also change this out of turbo overkill, huh? Listen to Duke Nukem.
Oh, Hudson's in the audience. I'll light him up.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
I
Okay,
will have
there
to be
we go.
going
We're
here
back.
shortly.
So, anyways, yeah, as I was saying, what was happening was I had double copied part of the rooftops map where an instant kill box is at the bottom of the elevator shaft. And so, what was actually happening is that the collision for that instant kill box just so happened to start right at that spot in the vent, and yeah.
So the whole time you thought it was a BSP problem, but it was actually just a volume
it was
killing you.
Yep, it was actually a copy paste problem.
Oh gosh.
Well, at least it's that simple, and it's
I
not something like,
apologize
oh no, bad
profusely.
brushes.
Oopsie
Yeah, but
daisy,
It
the
had us
model's
tearing
bad.
It had us like going nuts over trying to figure it out.
Oh, I'm sure.
No, that there are no other problems. They're sending us nuts on this fucking merge.
Right.
Yeah.
But as you can see, there's just all of this is all brand new geometry that October added in. I really like how it ties into like the living room here too. Kind of shows you where you're going in the future. Little idea of that. You can see some of the dead folks in the other room too.
Mm-hmm. Again, playing up the horror angle a lot more.
Yeah, get some spooks in. And paying attention to the comments section, Lionel Cyborg says, when Duke Forever 2001 is fully finished, would you guys take on Core's Tomb Raider Anniversary Edition? I can link you guys to the original Discord if you like, as well as the playable builds.
No.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
yeah.
Hobie. As much as we would like, as much as I myself,
This
am
is still a big
massive
ways off of
Tomb
our-
Raider
Yeah.
fan, like
Yeah.
this is way off in the future. We still gotta take care of this and
Yeah.
all the other stuff that we
Man.
might want to do. Just ooh,
Like we're about to put out like episode 1 and into its entirety, and that's like look how long that took us. And now
I
imagine
wouldn't
we've
even
got
say we're about to put that out.
No, that's probably
no,
not.
no, it's still a far ways away. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
for correcting me. Yeah, that's still a far ways away. But
portion away.
But the fact that we have this current state that we're in and we're still not done, like imagine we've got how many more episodes to go? Like,
Right.
3
God,
four.
we have so much to do. You have no
Yeah.
idea.
So again, just really showing off the new lighting and our attention to detail we have here. Done with the new
The
theater here.
upstairs still needs to be delit, but that's a work in progress now.
Yeah.
So I don't know
We've
if you
also changed the
saw.
puzzle around entirely.
Yep, there was a little voiceover that's supposed to play, but right now it was just like a text that came up as you left the vent. There's a maid who's trapped inside the kitchen now. Instead of the closing the oven now, you have to find a way to put out the fire.
I had to adjust this fire eventually. It's a bit too comical.
Sure. Again,
but
this is
that's
all
the-
work in progress. Yeah.
I believe the news broadcast will be returning once the power goes on, right?
Well, we'll have to find out here.
Yeah.
So you have to find the fuse here.
There we go.
What a-
Fuse is lit up over here.
Thank you, Jacob.
Apply the fuse into here. Starts
Very
putting out
cool.
the
There
fire.
we go. Look
Yeah.
at that.
Puts out the fire. That's very cool.
The lights are back on.
Good stuff, October.
Also now backtrack into here. All of this is now accessible. All this fire is now put out as well. Crazy.
Oh,
fucking
very
light
nice.
Here.
Yeah, I hate that the flicker light doesn't have like a way to adjust it. It's just one set flicker.
It does. It has to deal with one of the values, but I don't know what exactly you need to. I don't exactly know what they are to change it, but if you look in Dark Hotel, the flashing lights that come from all of the security lights have some like ABD code.
Oh, so it's like a string?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. But like if you just put the light and set the flicker setting, it's only like one setting from because when I tried doing it,
Right, I feel you.
it was
They
like-
said there's something you have
Yeah.
to do. Something
but
extra.
2011 fixes that. 2011's like got all these different settings you could adjust for the flicker. It's like really weird, but it's cool at the same time.
Hmm.
You're not backtracking,
I like
Liquid?
that.
Backtracking. Oh, you're right. Should.
Oh yeah. There's an event happens.
Johnny252252 asks, this might be a stupid question, but do you have a supposed release date for the next episode? I haven't been up
No.
to speed with this project.
No.
We got zero, zilch, nada.
Yeah, we actually do. It's when it's done.
No,
No.
we can't say that. They'll
No.
kill us if we do.
What do you mean? It's true.
No. Well, there are
Silence,
different
please.
different words
Please.
we can use. Yeah.
Upon
Bring it
completion.
back- we bring
There
it
you
back
go.
Adding
Oh,
no
care
justice.
be upon ye!
Very
Here
nice.
come
Though. I
back.
like that.
Hudson's asking, should I look into a Flickr class?
A flicker class. Like a
What?
class on flickering?
No, like for
We can talk
code.
about it.
Most likely. I mean, if you can cross-reference it from DNF 2011, because DNF 2011 has a lot of settings that you can adjust the flicker to. So if you really want to, that would be it. That'd be the way to go. That's cool as hell. That's
Yeah.
actually really cool. The wall,
Oh my god.
and it shows like you can't. That's cool. I
So
like that.
this
God
being Duke's
damn.
penthouse and it being like Duke's office, like on the outside, it only felt fitting to have some kind of like escape into his study. So
that you
October-
can't access, which is
October
cool.
designed this.
Mhm.
Very cool idea.
This is eventually gonna connect to study, but right now this is a mainly cock block you.
I like it like this though, because you have to like traverse through.
You're not gonna go through this.
No.
But it allows you to go like to help the player understand like the progress Duke is taking. Like in regular
I see.
scenarios, he could just go through that, but since it's a scenario you didn't prepare for, because the idea is, excuse me,
Catch
we want
them
the
off
player to
guard.
be like scared and like kind of unsure what's going on, just like Duke is. That like, of course, those easy solutions aren't available. Of course, you have to go a long way around.
Oh yeah.
Yours
good.
isn't the new animation. Funny.
Lino Cyborg asks, is there bike roof jumping episode 1? If not, is there any later episode C levels? We're not ready to really talk about that. There are going to be bike sections, obviously, but like probably not ready to talk about like the details quite yet. Wow, rude.
I like to fix that one.
I mean, work in progress, you know.
Yeah, work in progress. Ben vs. Game asks, any chance you guys have built some tutorials on things like coding, texturing, etc. for DNF? Sort of hard to go find tutorials in this now. That is planned, yes. We just need to get around to it, honestly. Like, yeah, this is
Somebody put out a level design video. I can't remember who it was at the moment, but somebody
made a level design video.
Yeah.
Unreal and DNF.
That's who it was. Yeah, Shivaxi did, and that's a really good resource to use for mapping. I actually had to watch it a couple times myself to learn a few things, but it's very useful. It's very helpful. And also, from my experience, I used a lot of the 2011 editor. As weird as this sounds, I learned a lot through the 2011 editor that I didn't know in the 2001 editor. And mind you, you're going to want to pull your hair out if you use the 2011 one. You're going to smash your keyboard a couple times. But just remember to be calm and be like Duke. Don't break your shit. But it's a good way.
Tutorial? Yeah, one sec. We can definitely shoot that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I will say, guys, I do have to go. I'm gonna start the Duke multiplayer stream. We're gonna be doing Duke 3D and DNF 2011. But guys, thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
And yeah,
sure thing, man.
I love this developer stream. I'm gonna catch the rest of it afterwards.
Sounds good, man. Take it easy.
Ciao,
One
dude.
love, guys. Awesome stuff, by the way.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Havoc says a lot of people take criticism for that very fact regarding focusing on some of the horror in the early game. They do too much horror and call through events instead of blast enemies from the get-go. So my response to that is I think if you actually time it from the minute you hit new game to the first time you're shooting something, it's like 5-6 minutes
at the most. And that was the old version.
Yeah.
Not even this version. So my response to that, truthfully, is to if you've played our current build and you've seen this, you would know that the combat comes much sooner now.
Yes, we won't. This is our promise to you, the player. We understand that you want to get in and start shooting stuff as soon as possible, and we are more than willing to accommodate you as much as we can. I mean, you can skip the interview in the very beginning. You can just skip that and go straight to the action. Swaggles asks, I don't know if this was asked or not, but I was wondering if extra weapons were planned, like a minigun, ripper cannon, or if new weapons are possible. We've discussed it. We've discussed it.
We're not at liberty to say. We've talked about it.
It's on our minds. Have you guys seen maybe people do anything with DNF 2011? Yeah, there's plenty of people doing because of 2011 nowadays.
Yep.
Some new multiplayer maps came out just like a few days ago.
Yep, and the enhanced team is working on stuff.
Yep, shout out to Vinny.
Oh yeah.
Not Michael says, what is it actually like working with DNF's code? Any agonizing quirks with it? That's difficult to address.
Oh boy.
Don't get me started.
Oh boy.
I have to remind pretty much everybody watching here, we are working with a half-broken, half-finished game engine that was abandoned back in like the early 2000s. This hasn't
that's not exactly what that is.
any sort of updates to like accommodate modern software or hardware at all.
It wasn't really
so much.
Yeah, it wasn't really abandoned. It was it's more just they kept building stuff on top of it, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, the final 2011 is like what? It's still like the UT engine underneath it all.
Oh yeah, it's still Unreal Engine 1, but it's like this super modified, like super version of it.
Okay. So this is the new Rooftops. Start with a cutscene as you kind of come in.
This is still such a fun map, and especially with like all the improvements the AI has been done courtesy of W4.
Right.
Like, and it's still ongoing, that AI work. Like,
Show off some of the neat stuff that's been worked on recently with that too later on.
yeah.
So, a lot of this has been tweaked and changed a little bit. A lot of it is still the same, but some different things have been made. So, all of the we're going to be slowly working on reworking the weapon pickups and stuff like that. So everything has been removed from the map currently, and honestly, it's still found to be plenty. Obviously, we did a change in the placement of the M16 as well initially.
Yep. Also, if you're watching this in full screen, folks, you might notice that the crosshair when it's over enemies now turns red, which is a pretty cool thing. We now have a pretty easy way of, well, at least trying to tell you who's the enemy and who's the ally.
Right.
In theory.
Yeah. Razor Ice says, "Is this version of your build longer than Call of Duty 3 campaign?" I wouldn't even know because I haven't played Call of Duty 3.
Mentioned it.
I don't really want to pick on them. From all reports, sound like they had a really rough go of it. They did the best they could with the time and budget they had.
Yeah.
Would 2001 Duke and 2013 Wang get on well together? I like to think so. What do you guys think? I think they'd hang out.
Oh yeah, they'd totally be homies.
I think they'd watch laser discs together.
Yeah, man. You know, just sitting on the couch watching crappy anime and all sorts of stuff.
Lo Wang would totally have like J-pop singles on like CD or something. You just freak out about them. Just gonna say how much I love you guys. Got up at 3 a.m. so I can get to work by 4 a.m. to watch the stream, and you have not let me down at all. You're welcome, man. We're really happy to be back, and we're really.
We are here to please.
Not just that, but we're also here. You know, we are just as excited to show you things as like you are to watch them, and it's really awesome to see people like mirror that, right? Like, it's a real privilege doing this, and we don't take it for granted. Like all your support and all your love, like we're truly doing this for you guys.
Oh yeah, like this whole project's a big old undertaking to provide you guys with the best possible Duke Nukem Forever experience we can muster.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So again, here some more attention. We just our attention to detail with the power was supposed to be out for this building, and originally only Dennis's room. So went again and overhauled the lighting in this room to kind of represent that a little better. And it really gives like I love the red elevator shaft with the hazard lights down there and like.
Yep. No, it's awesome. It just again. Atmosphere, mood, environment, like those are like the big pillars that DM 2001 like rests on. Is it's cliche to be like, oh, environmental storytelling, but like DNF was planning to do this like at the same level that Half-Life was doing it, and like it was punching it the same way, if you ask me. I remember fantasizing with this Duke Nukem game when I was rewatching the E3 trailer. Hard to believe seeing this now. I mean, I've definitely told the story. I mean, we all definitely have stories of playing the league.
That's never not going to be funny.
That was a guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, they don't run back and forth anymore. Now they actually immediately go to their defensive positions.
Yep. They take cover. Only one of them doesn't make it out because he gets mulched by the ramp.
Yep.
Oh, all three of them made it out.
Oh, I thought there's usually 4.
Nope.
Okay, my
Numbers
bad.
have been changed. They've been split between the tennis court and.
Yeah, things have been fixed a little bit.
Right.
So those. Let me deal with these guys here really quick. I love that. I'll do it every time.
Yep.
So the 3 soldiers that came out here, if one night we were going through a bunch of the old test maps, and an earlier version of this map actually had them properly running out onto the tennis court, and something had happened between that and the version that was like a 3060 M.
Jeez. Okay.
Oh man.
Oh. Okay. Stream is back.
Stream is back.
Kind of.
Sorry,
Oh,
folks.
there we go.
Give me just a moment. Everything dumped. This is actually, of course, it's happening on this stream, but also, yes, please get refreshes in the chat so people get the stream to come back up. Of course, it happened after we had gotten all that done too.
Excellent timing.
I'm going to be on an actual desktop again, though, very soon. So a lot of these issues are going to be remedied. Very unfortunate. Very sorry, everyone.
We are at 94 viewers. That's incredible. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming out.
I think it's only like 50 something. I think it's messed up because it like.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, if you refresh. I mean, maybe, but we were only at like 40 or 50 before we dumped. Anyways, either way, it's still one of the biggest streams we've had. So.
Yeah. So. Still, thank you so much all for coming out, especially like, this close to Christmas. I know a lot of you probably have like, time with your families and stuff like that. So you taking the time out to come hang out with us and check out what we're doing really means a lot to us.
So we're just going to go ahead and fast forward back through that a little bit.
Screw the family. I have Duke. When you're here, you're family, baby.
16. Talk back with this guy. Have him say both of his lines over top of each other.
That's just how I talk in real life.
There we go. Okay. So, you get attacked by these guys, and before what would happen, you would drop down into here and basically pop back out.
Just that room, Meech. Just that room. Don't worry. Easy Vend is still in the game. That's a core. That's a core part of the aesthetic, if you ask us. So that's still in the game.
It's just that
We're just putting something a little bit more fun in that room. Really off topic, I'm planning on buying hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades in the Steam sale since I got a VR set. And I'm really hoping they have a golden Desert Eagle in that one because I want to play with that. Oh my god, Lino, you saying that makes me so happy. I love how this game feels like it'd be perfect as a Dreamcast game, especially when you see the skybox up top and the wave pool downstairs. Thank you. Someone else agrees with me. This game is Dreamcast core.
Oh yeah, there's a certain vibe to it.
This game absolutely would have, like, if the Dreamcast hadn't have died, it would have came out on the Dreamcast 3.
If you remember Blue Stinger, then
Oh no! Oh, Blue Stinger. Oh god,
So
I recently
that is the majority of the, or that is the new rooftops, and we'll move into study. Again, the main changes here are lighting and lighting visually.
That's what plenty to do, but nothing to worry about.
And some of it is really to highlight. Some of it, especially like in here, is to highlight like the new muzzle flash system, where it actually lights up the area in front of you or area around you. And this here is actually a new animation. This is an animation that got added to the global skeleton. It was the first one, the first new custom animation that's been added to all NPCs. And now also, all NPCs now also have Jay's animations, so all NPCs can now also like sit and like emote in that manner as well.
One thing we need to change about that animation is being able to specifically pinpoint when it should actually use it or not, because otherwise it picks it from the global one, and it can cause some funkiness.
Yeah,
right.
That's for us to remember.
Perp Girl, this will absolutely have a VOD afterwards. You would either be on the Twitch channel or on our YouTube channel, which we upload all our archives to.
Yep. So one of the big differences here is that you're not actually going to come through that vent in the same manner anymore. You're going to end up coming through this vent here. Just because it's the way the merged penthouse works.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll end up like coming out into this. You'll be able to explore around here and stuff. And the main path is still the main path.
Nice. Joe's in the audience. Come on up, Joe.
Yeah, sorry for the technical problems. Nothing I can really do to help that, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Hello.
What's going on, Joe?
Dropping in for a minute. I apologize. I probably won't be around much. I'm a little under the weather today, but I wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Oh, thank you, bud. Oh,
Thanks, man,
especially
and thank you for your the work you did on the front of this stream.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, working on any asset though, I immediately saw something I did wrong when it flashed up for a minute.
Oh no!
Like, oh damn it! Oh shit! I didn't fix the ribbon. The ribbon isn't done.
It's ruined.
Everyone will notice the ribbon isn't done and Christmas is ruined.
Oh no, it's good hearing from you, and yeah, I hope you feel better, man, and you have a wonderful holiday yourself.
Yeah.
I figured I could hang out for a few minutes though, see what everybody's up to.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
I always
Ben,
like seeing the new animations in the works.
Yeah. Ben versus the game asks, is there anything you guys have just cut yet because it doesn't work?
I like to think the "Don't try this at school" is the best example of that.
Yes, and we're saving that.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever talked about how we figured out we want to save that line and make it fit in the context of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But anything that I think we've considered cutting has been like an original idea from us more than a researched idea from the game itself.
Yes, and that goes for like big ideas and small ideas, because a lot of game development is throwing ideas at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Yeah, we had a ridiculous amount of ideas originally for a story alone. Like, dear God.
Yeah,
and
that just speaks to the passion, right?
Oh yeah.
And it's just one of the things where like we have to connect a whole bunch of dots together, and sometimes the connective tissue we come up with we like, and sometimes we go back to the drawing board because it is good to not treat yourself as infallible as a creator.
For sure. Also, that's a new code. That's not the same code.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I'm laser focusing on making the VAT sound on that code.
Oh, the lighting looks real.
Yo!
Now the study is powered down as you come into the Duke layer. So
that looks so good.
Yeah, that's really striking.
Ben versus the game says, "Oh, please, at some point share all that information with us. I'd love to hear everyone's thoughts on Duke stories." May I be allowed to talk about?
Nah, let's not. Let's save it for another time. How about that?
We can certainly joke about cut ideas, I think.
Oh yeah, I was about to say
we've had all kinds of stuff end up on the cutting room floor.
Oh, new SOS call.
New SOS call.
Oh, we changed the background lady.
Yeah,
that's cool. New. Now she's an EDF lady.
I wonder if we could change the camera position, the SOS calls, to like it's more higher up, so he's looking at like a camera or something.
That was something I just need to tweak the actor he's looking at.
Gotcha.
I just need to tweak what's in the background that he's looking at.
I was just thinking of like Spycraft, the Activision adventure game, where like all your like video logs from people looking up into a corner at a camera.
There's just something about like the visual style and the textures I really love about this era of games.
Absolutely.
Now, everybody, this is a treat for everyone.
Oh? I'm ready for treat time.
Intrigued. Ooh. Merry Scruntmas. Oh, yes.
Yo!
Love the stay tuned.
Oh, we got it in, baby.
That's too cool.
October did a fantastic job with that, figuring out
You
the
don't want to know how.
absolutely ridiculous issue that was actually causing it.
Oh my god, it's just shut up for me on the stream. Oh, that is beautiful. My god. The level design team, everyone on the
Insanity.
team is just
So,
absolutely
whoever
cooking this.
said
My god.
earlier of painful it is to work with Unreal Engine 1. Don't get me started on how I figured out why that wasn't working. That's a story and a half.
I think this was the little room I was joking about putting a boot locker in for a certain game detail we might build off of or do in the future.
Oh, yeah. I get what you're talking about.
Just when like toying with preserving some of 3D Realms' original ideas, but also pulling back on them when they're a little too ambitious.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think if Mighty Foot Productions ever goes commercial, we ever get like the Duke license, we're putting aside like half the development budget just to pay for October's therapy.
Uh,
Okay,
You know what therapy
75%.
you know what I would really love as therapy?
What's that? Trench broom?
I cannot talk about. That would help. Actually, that would help
Trench broom
incredibly.
So helpful.
Get rid of a BSP.
We'll
Get rid
give
of
10.
BSP for me, and use it as a bribe for Night Dive to get us information how they did the whole Quake 2 change. We'll be very happy.
Moving back to Quake 2.
Quake 2.
No, asking them how
hold on
they
a second
removed
now,
BSP would
because
be really
Soldier of
delightful.
Fortune was made on Quake 2, and that
Yeah.
game turned out awesome.
Fun fact: the NF 2011 still has BSP under Night. Fun
Oh, yeah.
fact.
Oh yeah, I know.
So
I'm
I would really
surprised
love
that-
what Night Dive did.
This is some of the new merged hotel. So just like we're planning to merge all of like Penthouse through Study, we also are trying to merge the hotel and Dark Hotel. If we can, those all might be the same thing, but Hotel and Dark Hotel are quite a bit, so might be too much to add them all.
The shaking chandeliers really add a lot.
Yeah, honestly.
So now, our buddy Frank, standing over at this door. Didn't need trigger. There he goes.
Work in progress, folks.
Step back, Duke.
So
This door is
essentially, what the big change here is that before we had a lot of reports and people asking about what you were supposed to do with the Bud bots. Everyone kept being drawn to the Bud bots, and I mean, who could not be drawn to the Bud bots, right? I mean, look at that! Look at that
They're
service.
cute little guys.
Right.
They're wonderful. They're little beepy boops.
And so, what we've done is instead of him trying to get into this door, now he's actually trying to get into the because he's saying he's trying to get the Budbot hatch open, but he's not going to be able to get the Budbot hatch open from here anyways.
Right.
So the thing is that we moved that to the maintenance room in here. Essentially, it's not set up yet, but there will be a deactivated Budbot in here, and you'll use that computer over there to activate, to solve a puzzle, and then it'll activate the Budbot, and then you can follow it directly to the Budbot hatch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when we released the first slice, we watched almost every stream we could find of people playing the first slice, and like took copious amount of notes on like the pain points people were having, and like we're hoping that when episode 1 comes out, there are 0 pain points. That like everything just flows super naturally. The player knows instinctively where to go. Not everyone. I mean, people are gonna have trouble here and there, but like the average player should know exactly what to do. Yeah, the oven never forget 2022.
Yeah.
The press E to interact alone, I think, is going to make a big difference for a lot of people.
Absolutely, yeah. the fact that we highlight things now, like thief style, like that's all stuff that will like help people understand like what in the world they can interact with.
I saw a question about puzzles, and sometimes to like plot out a puzzle, I'll straight up just like innocuously go to like a friends group and be like, okay, I'm going to describe a puzzle, and I want you to tell me what you think the solution is. And if I can get enough just average people who play a game to guess the solution to like a puzzle idea, then I go and like present it to the team. Like, I think we might have an idea here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So something that's kind of fun is that this area again really highlights that new muzzle flash system where it lights up the area. You can really now, like, even though it's very dark in here, you get just those like brief glimpses of what's going on around. It definitely adds to the atmosphere of the game as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
So otherwise, it's the same kind of path. You get the
really sells that like action movie John Carpenter vibe.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, ETPC. Off.
Oh, no worries. I was just going to read a question in the chat. What are the limits? So Ben versus Game asks, what are the limits in joining the maps together? I mean, computing power wise, you got a lot more power now. Where's the limit? So there's a difference between like limits you can get through via hardware alone and engine-based limits, right? And some of the limits in DNF's like Unreal branch are pretty significant, and also we also just don't want to have like loading screens allow the player to like kind of take a break and just like take a breath after like lots of action and all that stuff. Like if we just had like a non-stop one level, it get exhausting after a while.
Save him.
Uh-oh.
I think they can also like definitely note where like a tone or transition in terms of how you'll be interacting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, you just finished this level, you hit a loading screen, that probably prompts you to understand it won't keep pumping a mile a minute.
Exactly.
Properly, friend.
Oh no, Frank.
So what's supposed to happen here is that the old zombie from before that knocks on the door, kills Frank and then knocks on the door and waves at you to let him in. So basically, he spawns in that hallway and he starts coming towards Frank. And if the player kills, yeah, he just didn't spawn. I don't know why. If the player kills him in time and saves Frank, Frank will open up this door and then come into the room trying to get it to infinitely. But hey, what do you... So on to Dark Hotel. Dark Hotel has also seen some pretty significant changes.
Sorry, in the internet mellow, a little bit for your PC.
We buffed the kicks as the first slice, right?
Yes, the kick does have better feedback. Lieutenant Havoc.
Yeah.
I'll try to show it off a little bit, but now when you kick and you hit a surface, the camera actually shakes. And the kick itself also does a little more damage now. So you can, so it feels like it's more effective because it actually is more effective. What's the dragon ammo type?
Interesting question.
Interesting question. So as you can see, also we've been trying to play with the weapons in general. We haven't actually gotten into that this stream yet, but the weapon system has seen a complete rehaul. Now all of the weapons logic is held within the weapon itself. Or all of the weapon logic is held within the weapon itself, yes. So now if a grunt picks up a weapon, it inherits what the weapon has. So now NPCs like civilians can run around and pick up weapons and utilize them, and we'll show that off later. But a part of that system as well has been to rework like ammo and weapon pickups and weapon damage and stuff like that. So one of those things was the shotguns have received a new test ammunition called Dragon Rounds, and I'll show those off.
Yeah. And for clarification, Dragon Rounds aren't 100% going to be in the game, but we're still just kind of playing with them, experimenting with them.
Yeah.
But Yeah.
Oh gosh, I mean the experimentation's the fun part. I mean the experimentation's the fun part on that though. What ideas we might end up working towards. I think I think there's like a dozen costumes that didn't make it into the multiplayer update that are still kind of sitting in my work in progress bin.
Mm-hmm. Oh, take it easy, Lino.
1 second. Someone asked me to explain what I meant. Just
Oh, okay. I'm actually gonna head out for now for a little bit. If y'all are still going when I get back from the pharmacy, I'll try to drop back in.
sounds good.
Right on.
Hope you feel better.
Have a good one, everybody.
Yeah.
Have a holiday.
Take it easy, Joe.
Thanks
And
again,
it's always awesome seeing all the new updates. You have a good one, everybody.
Take
Yeah,
it easy,
boss.
man.
So, Strickle Link, I think that's your name. You were asking about what exactly I meant, and I'm sorry I kind of botched the explanation. I accidentally just used a fire round, so you got to see what that was like a little bit. So basically, the way the game worked before, all of the logic for firing the weapons existed within the NPCs themselves. So, like, the only NPCs, or the only actors, I should say, that could use weapons were grunts. Or actors that stemmed from the grunt class. So now, the weapons themselves have the logic for firing them and using them. So when the NPC, so that now if the NPCs pick them up, they can just inherently do it. I hope that makes a little more sense.
Chibarda, you're Strickle. Okay.
Oh.
Hey, Chu.
That's Joe. Yeah. Well, I've definitely talked about this with the rest of the team, and I've definitely detailed this a little bit. But I'm definitely happy to explain.
Yeah.
So that's what the dragon rounds do. They light dudes on fire.
Who doesn't love a little bit of
Environment on
phosphorus?
Yep.
So if there's an infected NPC, it can theoretically pick up a gun.
I don't think we're exploring that just yet. We're exploring NPCs themselves picking up guns. Also, you can see this is very work in progress because,
yeah, the fires just kind of stay
fire
forever.
doesn't go away. Yeah. But you can also see now this is much moodier. Oh, this isn't the latest version of this map, but that's okay.
Oh no!
That's okay. It's on a device that's
One with
inaccessible.
funny doors?
I think it'll have the working doors at least, yeah. It just doesn't have my new sequence with the pillar and the floor collapsing in the middle. So, the tone has been changed a little more since you're, supposed to be getting the night vision in this level. We want to really make it like a little more of a struggle, back kind of how it was when the original leak came out. So now it's much darker in here, only lit up by this and your shots every now and then. And we also want to kind of change the pacing, because before it kind of felt like it was a gallery, you know what I mean, of shooting, and now it's been tweaked beyond that. So first we have and again showing off that new animation. This time actually properly against the wall.
That's really promising. The fact that we got, like, our own animation in there, that's awesome.
Oh, this is a really old version. No. Oh, that's soul crushing.
Repeat after me. Carnation.
Yeah.
And hey, Hetson pointed out, green crosshair turned red.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so you don't know who to trust still. We're going to give you just information that you can make a split-second decision, but better be the right one.
So, it's messed up here, and it's very, heart-wrenching to me, because I worked so hard on this and the actual working version of it. But essentially, as you're coming through here, the snatched come at you through through the doors here, instead of just having them being in the hallway waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
They come and kick open these doors.
Kick open the door.
Oh, nope, that gag is still in here.
New hardware.
Does this work? No, this doesn't even work.
Oh.
Man, that's sad. So,
could we quickly pull the updated one?
Quickly? No. But maybe here after I think I have like 2 or 3 more maps to show off. I want to show off the new Bellagio, and I want to show off the new Booty Island, and I want to show off the new Duke Burger. And then I would like to show off the new work in progress stuff for the NPCs, like them picking up the weapons and shooting them, and the new shark AI and stuff like that. So I think maybe what we'll do is we'll go on like a brief break after that, and I'll fetch it then.
Okay. Sounds good.
That's disappointing.
These things happen.
Yep, in a more developed version of this map, essentially, you come through here, and that door is closed, and this part of the floor collapses, and you actually fall into the burning floor of the building. And that's going to be kind of our new path going through Dark Hotel. It felt like, there was this huge, big, cool area down here to explore that wasn't really getting utilized, and so I want to do that. And so now, as you come up through here, this is all still actually built floor, and then a pillar collapses from the center of the room down through the floor into the floor below, and then it opens up this area. The floor kind of crumbles slowly. And then you end up getting stuck down here afterwards, and you have to kind of work through this, disable the fire system and stuff like that. But only the collapsing floor has been actually finalized. Just to kind of walk through that a little bit, I guess. Disappointing. Sorry about that. I know no one else knows, but yeah. Okay, so the new Bellagio. Moving on.
It's been said before, but this one is especially still very work in progress.
Yes.
Oh, we don't have the Duke Tower anymore.
Yeah, I remember that.
As a car goes across sideways in front of the window.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just Vegas drifting, okay?
Good start.
Okay, so this is the new Bellagio. So just to kind of show where we are from the outside really fast. This after you work your way out of the Lady Killer and across the way, and you go into this little area over here. Before it was kind of modeled like a church almost, I guess. But October did some very extensive research on how exactly the Bellagio looks and how it's modeled on the inside and everything else like that to kind of deliver a more real-to-life Las Vegas experience here of the Bellagio.
Can we look in the truck? Can we look in the truck?
We'll get there.
Okay.
For sure.
It's not exactly what this is in real life, because in real life this is basically just an ascension, but I basically combine two aspects of it and use the original foundation as well.
Yeah, it's
especially the red area up front that is gonna be closer to real.
Got these fun, nice little huge windows. Awesome looking atrium up here.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Trust me.
I don't know if one of you guys already answered this, but Ben versus the Game asks, "Oh, what are your thoughts on Phantom Fury?"
I hope they do well. I'm really excited for that game.
Just as we pushed things before with like the escalators, October has built a working revolving door system.
Hell yeah.
Including with pushing.
Oh, we're in capacity.
Within capacity.
So much we can do.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
And a touch up of this is all completely dark.
Yep. Oh, turn on full bright. Yeah, I didn't light the room.
The R mode 6.
Yeah.
You put "don't worry about it" somewhere in the game.
Well, I don't remember how to do it, so.
R mode 6.
Hey.
Nope.
There's still things I want to change about this truck, but it's probably as close as we're gonna get to.
Yeah.
Oh, without the dash. Just R mode spacebar 6. There, but that works.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's because you had the night vision on. Do it without the night vision.
Okay, there we go. There we go. So, yeah.
Yeah, night vision changes that for you.
Yeah.
Plenty of detail going on inside the car now. Before, there was like
You
a weird semi-working camera system that was built into it by 3D Realms.
Mm-hmm.
And October had done a great job here.
You should show the original just for shits and giggles.
Any chance you guys could put in a region health option in for casual gamers? Sorry, I know I should be ashamed. I mean, I don't think it's something to be ashamed of. Probably not within the scope of what we're doing, but like, I could see that being on like the easiest difficulty. But like, I think having a regen health mode for like casual mode, kind of.
Oh, well, I will say that as far as that kind of thing goes, that's I don't know if that's within the scope of what we're looking to do, like ETPC said, but I would like to think that we'll have a healthy, like I think what the normal mode was as far as like ammunition and stuff like that goes before would probably be closer to what our easy is now. And we'll definitely we'll definitely want to take those kinds of things into consideration. I think that especially when we get looking into playtesting again, heavy into playtesting again for episode 1, we should definitely try to keep that kind of thing in mind and try to find maybe some more people who aren't as adept.
We're definitely like, as we get closer, kind of like having like really completely 100% finalized content, we'll probably start looking at bringing people like both from inside and outside the scene of like retro shooter development. That's kind of something that we're looking to do. We've already gotten someone interested in kind of being a consultant, so we're hopefully not going to have a problem of like a game that's only good because the people who made it know how to play it, right?
Some more just absolutely incredible work here done to Las Vegas Boulevard. So this new bridge here, which is much more.
The stream is showing the.
Right.
Yeah, you're just playing this. Yeah.
Window. This window here. Share. Okay. There we go. Give it a second for the stream to catch up. There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
So we have this new bridge here that October built. Just again, awesome attention to
It's a
detail.
bridge too far, some might say.
Really good. And this new skyline here looks awesome too. I really love the new billboard here, and the new building here next to the Lady Killer.
There's some stuff that still needs to be adjusted, but that's for me, man. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's all work in progress stuff, regardless. Still, but to kind of show off some of the really cool work that.
Yeah, we're also gonna dress up the some of the buildings to be like to be more clearly coded to the player. Like, okay, you can't go in there, but there's still like something interesting happening in there. Billboard kicks ass. Yeah, Billboard's awesome.
That billboard does not exist anymore. Fun fact: it used to exist until a few years ago, actually. And this is more of a merge of two specific aspects. Yeah, that one.
Interesting.
Yeah, when the bullies became horseshoe, it's a different shape. So what is there, it kind of closer to match.
Someone was saying that the game was really heavy in hit scanners, talking about difficulty and stuff like that. So actually, a lot of that stuff has been tweaked. Like I said, we've changed the damage and changed a lot of things all around. As far as hit scanners were too strong. All of the weapons have been tweaked. That includes the damage from enemies. So one of the things that was happening before is that the M16's locational damage wasn't working properly, and so now when the NPCs, when the grunts or the EDF are shooting at you, they actually do proper locational damage. That should change some of that a little bit. All of the weapons are hit scan except for the rockets, though. That's something we're also looking at, but I don't know what exactly that will end up with.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
Yeah, again, everything is always under consideration in that regard. Like, we're always kind of tweaking, like, testing and rebalancing things to make sure that, like, we get, like, the play experience we want and the play experience we expect that Duke fans want. And also, like, shooter fans in general.
And howdy, Colmany.
Hey, Colmany.
And just showing this off here, too, because it's another just awesome piece. October had rebuilt the actual entrance to the Bellagio here as well.
I'll need to polish it up again. I know of the Tensby, but I look at my work and I just think of
I know, I feel you. But really awesome stuff. Way more crazy amounts of detail, honestly. Especially because
most of the stuff is not going to actually be seen from the player. Like, if I start talking about the problem that this map presents, like, it's one of the most detailed maps, but it's also one of the worst to actually make any actual flow for.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think
like, there's a vague idea of a path, but, like, it's not signposted at all.
Yeah, I think this map will end up probably being lots of really pretty set pieces like this, and like you doing stuff around those really pretty buildings. And just to show off, speaking of pretty buildings, just to show off this hard work too. And this is technically also, if you open up the credits, this version of the map or this version of the building is there as well. This is a fully built version of the Lady Killer. So before it was only like partially built and build. This is actually fully set up and designed and modeled. The merged Penthouse will be utilizing some of this.
Yeah, and that's something we really care about with the game too. Like, we want to have a sense of consistent space. Like, we want, like, the spaces that Duke goes through to both be fun and also make sense. Like when you think about that as like a logical space, like, are we gonna get weird with it eventually? Yeah, of course. I mean, like people play the league know that it gets kind of weird towards the end, and we'll be sure to accommodate that. But like when we're in the city, like we're trying to like tell like a very gritty like story of like urban destruction and invasion. Like we want our spaces to feel realistic as possible, and also matching what we have, through hours of research and looking through like old documents and stuff, what Vegas would look like in 2003.
Right. Yeah.
So Liquid, if you're wondering about that, I just kept it's the old keep the illusion of the place without.
Yep.
Even if a Matador is gonna change heavily in the future.
Right.
So that's there just placeholder right now.
Yeah, so some really awesome, significant, and honestly, like,
visually stunning.
Truly.
Yeah.
Awesome new work done. I honestly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited for this to continue to come together.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Like as it takes shape, it just gets better.
Oh yeah.
And especially the section, I don't know if you showed it, but the section in the little building with like the red hallway looks fantastic.
Oh yeah, back here? Yeah.
Yeah. My stream buffered for a moment, so I think I might have missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that just looks fantastic. And that's matching like actual like documentation of what the Bellagio looks like or looked like back then.
A bit like it's I did my due research.
Yeah.
And from what I could find, I guess. But in the end, this existed back then too. And I put a bit of my own outside of that.
Someone asked something about the traffic, the EDF traffic stop. No, that's definitely still very much part of the level. This specific version of the map, I guess, is focused around working on the Bellagio and these like touch-ups over here, and not necessarily.
Yeah, those elements are going to be re-implemented later alongside a bunch of the palm trees that are missing. I removed all that stuff because I want to implement it as careful as possible when it comes to performance.
Right.
Yes,
so
performance is a big concern.
Yeah.
I want the base to actually be solid performance-wise, and then I want to see how it becomes with meshes, and then I want to see what I can optimize about.
Yeah.
Yeah, because currently, last time we tested, we were getting like above 144 at 4K, I think.
Inside this area, it's something like you had 4K around 60 on this
area.
area.
When I was testing out, it was definitely above 100.
I did some portal fuckery, which did not help.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Oh man, really killing me.
Yeah, at least you won't be using this soon.
Okay, let's check out the new Booty Island.
Yeah.
So one of the big changes now is that you can actually get into some of the lighting has been tweaked in here as well, kind of go along with that theme before. We've really been kind of trying to look at the lighting and tweaking. I know one of our bigger criticisms was that a lot of scenes ended up being too dark.
Yes.
And appropriately visible.
Ben versus the game says.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Ben versus the game says, sorry to repeat, but will Vegas change as the game progresses in terms of damage / stages of the attack?
Without.
We're ready to talk about that.
Yeah. Yes, but I don't know what your expectations are.
Yes, we have some cool ideas, but
Yeah.
don't expect like Call of Duty level like destruction and like scenic moments.
Yeah, exactly, Chew. It's possible.
Yeah, like all things in life.
Yes.
So now we have because before on the leaked version of this map, there's actually no way to open up these little gates, and so now like go here. The gate to Booty Island is just closed. So now, going back here, there are basically 2 blocks you would disengage, one to Booty Island, and one to the Forbidden City. So you can backtrack and check out that gate, or you can continue forward. Oh no!
Oof.
Will there be a flashlight? Oh,
sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
I'll leave you guys to reading questions. I should try not to
no.
too much.
Whoever catches it, I think.
The answer is it's been heavily talked about. At this point in time, you would have the night vision, but we also recognize that some people don't like looking through the green lens of things. So the answer is that we will be trying to keep those kinds of things into consideration, and there will be more use of the flashlight prop. There are already a couple places in Chapter 1 where we've laid around some extra flashlights so that people can utilize them. Like in Dark Hotel and in Penthouse.
ETPC already kind of addressed this, but Lieutenant Havoc says, "Why the hell is the M16 using 7.62 millimeter?" My heart wants to say that.
Don't worry
My
about
heart
it.
wants to say that it's a super M16, and this is the future. So obviously, the EDF have managed to successfully convert the M16 to utilize 7.62.
The real answer is probably because 3D Realms had no clue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
guns
go Burt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As they say.
Oh yeah.
Gun nerds did not have power post 2003. We had not taken control. IMFDB did not exist yet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean it.
So
heck.
Go on. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. Heck, they probably thought to themselves when they were making Duke's pistol 50 cal. They thought, yeah, just like the machine gun, instead of
Exactly.
actual 50
50 AE. Yeah.
So we've got a new sign for Booty Island that is kind of a remake of the or like in the same took some of the same ideas from the original sign. The original sign was like red with a big red parrot on it. It had some like garbled text, so we had one of our artists. I'm pretty sure
Harry.
Pretty sure Harry
Yeah.
this texture. Yep.
Yeah.
Neat little new.
Shout out to Harry.
Yep.
Fantastic artist.
And that's really the shot.
I would like to buy a fine automobile from Harry.
The recovered 1990. The recovered. I don't know when that screenshot is. Is it like a? I don't remember. But there's the.
I think it was 99.
Maybe it's 99. Yeah.
Yeah.
The very iconic shot of the EDF attack with the tentacle coming out of his face, attacking Duke with the Booty Island sign in the background. We have found that Booty Island sign. So it has finally been restored to its proper spot. I love it. I love seeing it. It's so good.
All is right with the world.
You may applause.
So here's a new sequence. Basically that gate closes and the gate in front of you closes now. You still get ambushed by them. And now, a worker beckons Duke up through the gates up here, and you come through the back entrance to the Booty Island, or like the employee entrance to Booty Island, and you end up on top of the buildings that are in the background. And so I went through and I remade or I tried to make as close as I could, make these buildings look like the buildings that are actually there in real life, which are basically some. I mean, I don't know how to describe them, but they're these like big white castle-like structures in the background
Yeah.
that the ship actually shoots at and like lights on fire and stuff like that. So now
It's like a fort, I think it's supposed to be like a Spanish fort.
Yeah, it's like a Spanish
Yeah.
fort. Yeah. Yes, it came from the leak texture CD. Came from the leak CD. Yep. The 1999 asset CD. Yep. And so now, what will be here eventually is essentially 2 crews, 1 group of NPCs dressed up as pirates, and a bunch of EDF on the other ship, shooting back and forth at each other, firing the cannons off. And Duke kind of like comes into the middle of it. And you'll come through here and end up like a part of the action. And so just before you take out the enemy boat and you progress. Just some more fun new detail here. Oh
yeah.
Love it. There's a couple more. I restored an old cannon that used to fire. I tweaked the actual trajectory of some of the cannonballs so they hit the back wall and stuff like that now. All of these have had, there's something weird going on, but all of these have had tweaked collision so that you can actually climb up around them, and like this is actually solid now.
Mhm.
And if you jump from up here, I think you can actually get
You
into
go
the
in
crow's
Errol
nest.
Flynn mode.
I don't remember. But you can get into the crow's nest, and the crow's nest is solid, and you can actually get up like the very tippy top. I don't know, it's fun.
Yeah.
You can actually climb the ship now. But yeah, so a lot of more TLC has been put into this map, and a lot more will be, honestly. It's
Mhm.
definitely a tricky one.
We'll have a lot of fun with this one, won't we, Liquid?
Oh yeah. And there's
Mhm.
talks about
Hey, you know
merging
what?
parts of Chapter 2 as well. We're still kind of trying to figure that out. We
Think of it
definitely
this way,
want to
at
do
least
the Chapter 1, but Chapter 2 is a different beast with some of the way the stuff
I mean,
goes. It's all
Yeah.
open
the
maps,
most
which makes things much different.
yeah.
the most
Ju-
likely that will be merged are honestly just Forbidden City in this one,
Mhm.
and but that's not even a commitment to it. It's just the most likely one to happen.
Yeah, and just think about how far we've come from having this entire section be underwater.
Yeah, regularly.
Yep.
Oh,
And
man, I'm
not
really...
knowing
Booty Island sign.
it's awesome.
Ah, yes.
So, and then as far as new maps and levels to show off, we have one more.
Better wake up, people. You're about to see something cool.
So this is the new on your way to, this is chapter 4, and this is on your way to the Slick Willie.
How about that? The night sky, the city over there in the distance, with the lights. Very,
Yeah.
very atmospheric.
Havoc, because it's because the M16 is part of the Duke aesthetic at this point, right? Because like it's so prevalent in kind of the vision that they had at this point that replacing the M16 wouldn't make everyone happy.
No.
Well, I mean, it's a pretty iconic weapon for this game.
Exactly. Yeah, it was in the
I mean,
E3 trailers. It was.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on the E3 trailers. It's got this big old American flag on the handle. It fits Duke's personality pretty good. It's got these. It's got a ridiculously large caliber for its gun. Just it's very much a Duke weapon. It'd be kind of a shame to just kind of toss it away for some pulse rifle knockoff.
I don't remember how much health these guys actually have. We'll find out. Oh, that one. So now, Duke comes out, and before there was just kind of like a big, empty, long strip to get to the Slick Willie. And so our level designers have been working on some awesome stuff. This work has been done by Dez, and this is, well, kind of the new path. So basically, the road to get to the Slick Willie has been carted off. So you have to find your way to open. You have to find the way to open up this gate here.
This environment is so soothing. Hell yeah, it's got that kind of peaceful vibe to it. If you ignore the pig mutants and the horribleness happening in the city.
I already see that there's the switch to throw it there. Leading us only.
It's a moment of calm.
Relative calm.
Yeah. So let's go inside.
Awesome.
A new Duke burger.
I'm really.
It's
awesome.
very Taco Bell.
Very Taco Bell. Got that 50s vibe a little with
Yeah.
acceleration.
I wonder if this build has my fixed egg sacs. I think it does, because only this guy spawned. No, I think.
He's just being a
Bugged
bastard.
out. No, I think
The,
he's
the Taco
bugged out.
Bell roaches also.
I think that this isn't. So our latest build has these guys fixed, so that the last one isn't invulnerable. And I think that one just. I don't think it's in this build. Can't hit it. So anyway,
This is Duke's new sidekick, Rochi.
Duke's got a little friend now. He's got a companion.
I've only known him for 5 minutes, and I'd already die for him.
This is actually
Richie
the
the
first time
Roach
I'm
is my
seeing
best
some of this.
friend.
This is awesome.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
Awesome work, Des.
Oh yeah, just some absolutely phenomenal stuff here. I say as a roach clips through the ceiling.
Well, doesn't take away from it personally.
Oh yeah, no. I'm just messing around.
Work in progress, right? There we go.
There we go.
What is it? Hey, buddy?
Just having some fun.
Yeah.
Disappearing.
What just happened?
Oh, well, there he
He's
goes.
going between the worlds. You know?
What just happened? What was that? Like,
he imploded.
there were no NPCs, so it was like not a head. What just happened?
Well, he like ETPC said, he tried to go between worlds, but I guess he just did have the gumption,
Oh man, I'm out
and
of
so
normal
he
ammo.
suffered for it.
Oh, this looks good. I love this
Look at that
coloring.
hallway. DNF Duke. It reminds me a lot of DNF Duke Burger. Damn, does this look good? Hell yeah, it does. And you're gonna see a lot more of this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. I love how much, like, how incongruous. Why is there a head there? What the hell?
Oh, it's because it was a creeper.
What? Yeah.
Oh,
one of the
okay,
crawlers.
okay.
And now he is transcended time and space.
As always, work in progress.
Die, you rat bastard.
Des really did a great job.
Yep.
Very impressed with all that.
Absolutely.
Phenomenal work.
Now we can throw the switch to move forward. And I think this is really, this and like a lot of the work done in Las Vegas Boulevard, and even honestly the little tweaks and touches that have been done to Chapter 1, I think really just encapsulate very well what we're trying to do. Because like you've got something that this entire area was like just a big abandoned open strip, and like that little segment right there, that felt like a video game. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like working through the Duke Burger and working through all that, exploring the rooms naturally,
No, absolutely.
Definitely
It feels authentically 3D Realms in that way, of like simulating a real space with like, again, the logical architecture and styling that games just weren't really doing. I mean, even at this point, like realistic games were still kind of novel. Like it wasn't until like I say post 2003 that the realistic game kind of became the de facto shooter, right?
Right.
Oh yeah.
So I think
It's
it's
like
like larger than life mixed with that. You know what I mean? Well.
Yeah.
So yeah. So from here it's kind of the same. We still work. I'm on Twitch. The work still needs to be.
Let's get out of
leave that in the
here.
corner.
Here's some nice barbed wire.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great foundational work for what we kind of have in store and the ideas we have in for episode 1. And I think that I don't know. I see night and day difference between our first slice work and the work we're doing now. So I'm excited to be able to deliver on something that's a good, exciting, and fun experience.
Absolutely. I'm super pleased with the progress we've made. Like even as the little amount of time we've had, and like we've already shipped stuff this year. Like we shipped stuff last year. Like it just feels awesome to just be able to work on these things, show them to the community, get feedback, polish them up, release them, get more feedback, and just make the game better and better each time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Liquid asked if there was any work to be shown for Forbidden City. Not just yet. Hopefully we'll have some more to show off of that soon, but not just yet. So that is, a good cap of some of the level work we've been working on over the last, really only like 5 months, to be honest with you, because we were so heavily wrapped up in multiplayer until like July, August. So, yeah, I think I can't remember. Was it August 23rd we ended up releasing the last update?
I think it was July.
I can't remember if it was
July.
Yeah, you had the whole you have to duke it to them stuff to do it.
Yeah.
Duke it to them.
Yeah.
August. No, you're right. August 22nd.
Yeah.
Whew. Still feels like a couple weeks earlier.
Are there going to be any?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, any immersive sim-esque levels in later chapters instead of being far more open-ended. It's something we're just constantly discussing and talking about because there's definitely kind of 3D Realms is definitely kind of leaning in that direction. Not going like full 0451, but like using the aesthetic of 0451, if that makes sense. It's mostly about like, okay, how do we make it fun? How do we make it fun? How do we make it like Duke style without kind of dragging down the pacing and things like that? We have some fun ideas, but again, like I said earlier, a lot of game development is throwing ideas to the wall and seeing what sticks. So,
yeah,
we're
the
hopeful.
one thing I can say on the front, the further changes that will happen over time in Chapter 1 might help show you what quote-unquote immersive sim light stuff you could add to it.
Yes, absolutely.
No details, I'm sure, in here, but it's stuff that Liquid and other people here, like ETPC, now.
Yep, absolutely. But
yeah,
it's awesome amount of stuff, and like, there's also been so much under the hood changes too, like stuff we can't really show off. That's just made our lives easier. Quality of life fixes for the development side, like the AI fixes.
Yeah, and I mean the whole weapon change, like
yeah,
like
it's been kind of incredible. And
so
we're just getting started as always.
Right? Yeah, really. Show's not over. How you like it so far?
God.
Okay, so let me go ahead and I've got just 3 short videos here to show off. They just kind of show off some of the other new enhancements we've been working on. All of these come from our game design programmer W4. He ends up, I don't know if it was planned or not, but ends up working really hard on all of our AI stuff. It's awesome stuff, really. I'm always excited whenever he passes something over. So let me see if I can I like. Okay, cool. So it's full screen, and then switch to OBS because right now it's dead air.
Oh God, sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
we have some more stuff coming up,
1 second here.
and yeah, it's again like the stuff we haven't shown too. Like there's also some stuff we're keeping close to our chest that we're really excited to show off eventually. But yeah, this is kind of a sense of the progress we made internally on AI stuff.
Yeah,
so
check this out.
here is an example of the NPCs now being able to actually pick up weapons and interact with the world because of it.
Mm-hmm.
So the NPC on its own, like, saw the weapon on the ground, decided to go through and pick it up, and then once the snatch gets spawned, the NPC on its own
This is awesome.
starts trying to attack the enemy NPC. Yeah, this is
And
the
also
secret zoo level, by the way. You get to see it now.
Oh yes. Welcome to the soap realm.
I've been feeling dirty lately.
Here is a mock-up of the enemies actually using the reload system and actually having like an ammo system to use.
A secret dev box.
Before I get sold as a microtransaction. I don't even know how we could do microtransactions in this game.
The battle pass you have planned, obviously.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So what I love about this is that he runs out of ammo and then actually retreats back to a cover point.
Mm-hmm.
To reload and then resumes. Gotta love the wackiness of their jumps, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, check it out. They're
stuff like that really just makes some like it just makes the NPCs feel more real. The enemies feel more real, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have bottomless magazines like so many other games do.
And then lastly here's one of the more recent ones, some working on Shark AI. We have jibs made for them too, we just have to finish up the jib system. Still obviously heavily work in progress, as all of this has been, but the Shark actually tries to go after Duke now.
Yeah.
And the shark can
Honestly,
die too.
awesome stuff.
No more immortal sharks.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really awesome just seeing this stuff happen.
Right. No, I mean, I greatly appreciate the work everyone gets to put into it, whether it's working on levels, whether it's working on models and textures, and you know, being there to on a whim whip something together. You know what I mean? Whether it's like people being able to listen to my crazy rambling ideas for something and then make it actually happen as far as like programming goes, or even you know people with the I don't know, just like the initiative with like I don't know, the massive like UI overhauls we've had and like the massive AI overhauls we've had and the rendering work and I don't know, everything just is all awesome. It's all really awesome to see everything kind of finally, or not even finally, but continue to watch everything come together. It's really kick ass, honestly.
It really, really honestly is. Like every day, it feels like there's some new advancement, whether that be small or big, and
Right.
it's awesome to see.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I'm trying to think. You know what? And just because I really want to show this stuff off too, and I wasn't too sure how I was going to do it, but I think I figured it off. Give me just a moment here. I want to show off some of the awesome like new models and the new work that we've gotten as far as that goes too, because we've really
Awesome.
gotten some awesome new models from our 3DR team.
Yeah. No, absolutely, absolutely. they've just been cooking nonstop,
Cranking
and
stuff out,
again,
yeah.
it's just so cool to see just a team so laser focused on making the game of our collective dreams. Like again, like it's not that long ago this game was just a what if scenario, right? And now having the chance to put the tools to the test and actually do this. Again, I know I keep saying this. It is a privilege. It is a genuine privilege, and we cannot be more thankful. Like it's just really awesome. It's genuinely awesome.
Oh yes. Oh, actually, important question: are we still doing nuclear winter?
Yes, that is for the most part still the plan. I'm gonna show off some of the modeling work here, and then I wish I had the I really wish I had the laser stuff to show off, but I don't. Not in this build. I want to show off some of the modeling work here and some of the new changes there, some of the or stuff that's been done there, and then we're probably gonna have like a 10-minute break. I gotta call my girlfriend back because she called me like a half hour ago, and then we'll probably get back to some nuclear winter. Although honestly, I think before we do nuclear winter, there's another mod or another map that ETPC sent me over. That was another Christmas themed Duke 3D map, so we might try to play that.
Hey, all right.
So let me. Oh, dude, you're in trouble.
We using my snow yet? Isn't your snow in that one multiplayer map, Hudson? Didn't we get that working?
It doesn't work in multiplayer. Particle effects.
No.
Oh.
Sorry, homie.
Unfortunate.
Hopefully, by the time we ship episode 1, we'll have working snow.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm going to pull a full Broussard. I watched The Thing this year, and
oh hell yeah,
that movie fucking kicks ass. That might be like my favorite John Carpenter movie.
You not seen it before?
No.
Oh my god, dude, The Thing is so good.
So damn good, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's two movies I saw this year are definitely now at like the top of my list with Day of the Dead and The Thing. Fantastic fucking movie.
Those some absolute bangers, yeah.
Okay. Window capture. This one's Duke Ed. Oh man. It doesn't show the window. This is classic.
Oh no.
Scrunting it up right now. I have to show my entire screen. I love doing that. That's very safe. Nothing bad.
I may be one of the few people who enjoyed the prequel, The Thing. The prequel wasn't terrible. It just was the thing that sucked about the prequel is at the last minute, they nixed all the practical effects that were looking really, really awesome and replaced it all with CG. That's that game's biggest sin, or that movie's biggest sin.
Okay, so let's see. Pretty sure all this stuff is restored. I think a lot of our new stuff is in here. So, like, I mean, these are a little older. These are in the, I think everyone's build now that the public has. But, like, all these arcade cabinets that got made. It's awesome new textures. We got a bunch of stuff made for the, and I think if memory serves, the arcades, they were like a little bit of everybody worked on these. I think T Monster made the actual model, and then like Joe and Lurker and all kinds of different people chipped in to make different cabinets themselves.
Yep.
We had Mark made a bunch of these different like there's all kinds of new assets for like Forbidden City and stuff like that, or for like those kinds of areas.
And if you wanted to, you could make your own map with these new assets right now.
We've got like these like fresh beer taps. I'm sorry, I don't remember who made these. I remember seeing them posted and remember they look awesome.
I think Daniel is ensuring that these models actually have a signature to them, or then you can see who made them in the inspection. I forget if that's the case.
Oh, hey, there we go.
But,
oh, that's right. He did do this, so that was made by Mark. Let's see here.
Oh, that's awesome.
I forgot that.
I love that.
I forgot that Daniel did this. Mus
Daniel.
made the beer taps.
Glad to remind you.
Hey, good job, Mus.
Yeah, definitely shout out to Daniel. Daniel has been working really hard to get everyone's work imported in, and I keep people properly credited for their work inside the build, and like I think that's a restored asset. Again, like all these different plates of food and like stuff like this, all these individualized things.
I could eat.
I could eat, yeah.
There you go, T Monster. Oh, there we go. Some of these are from other mods that T Monster and Mark worked on as well. T Monster and Mark being two people who have been in the scene for quite a while now.
Oh yeah.
On things like HRP.
LiquidX, we're not going to promise that the monthly updates or streams are going to be a constant thing, but we're going to try our best because, again, we want to have streams.
You want to have cool shit to share.
Exactly.
That's what it boils down to.
Yeah.
Like, you're seeing a bunch of stuff right now, and a bunch of the stuff has been done,
over months.
Not for a presentation, but because, we don't try to do a presentation, basically. Although we want to show stuff off when it's ready.
Yeah. I think maybe it's safer to say, like, quarterly updates, maybe, but even that might be pushing it. Because, again, like, we have our own lives. None of us are, like, being paid for this. Like, we have jobs, school. So, but we want to show as much stuff as possible to people as frequently as possible. But, again, we also don't want to just be doing streams as they go doing streams. You know what I mean?
Yep, exactly.
Would the engine support the kind of environmental structure you see like something like Sulaco? Probably not in that level of depth. Like the Sulaco, what they've done at GZ doing with Sulaco is terrifying. It is awe-inspiring. It is like some cosmic horror shit. And I mean that in the most positive way possible. It just feels like they probably did dark rituals to do it all. I don't think...
Ask me some of those dark rituals, am I right?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, what do y'all think? Do you think like we could do a level of like destruction that like a modern like retro shooter could do with this engine?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Not without a lot of
work.
Like maybe one-off
serious tech wizardry.
Maybe one-off things like for big moments we probably could do, but like not like your average firefight, like blowing holes through walls and stuff like that. That might be a bit much of an ask.
We're not going to be doing fear
Bug
tier
Swarm
shootouts
didn't
here.
get
Yeah.
imported properly, doesn't look like.
Uh-oh.
Whoops.
I think
My God.
this is I don't know why, to be honest. These are meant to be textures that just flow around.
Right.
So maybe it's intended.
Imported
Speaking
textures
of
from
Elder Fours.
99. Then the original mug that's in the build, and then a high-res version of it. Stuff is just imported from the 1999 asset CD.
Mm-hmm. It's just all departments are always cooking basically at all times. It's really awesome.
The iconic
I would like to
1999
cook
mop.
better.
Oh, yes. In that case, Ben, yeah, monitors exploding, paper flying type stuff. Yeah, you can already do that in the
you
game
can
right
do that
now. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's how the game is right now, yeah.
Yep.
Even to the point where we've had a couple things like if I bring back these Vegas and I open up like these clamshell suitcases,
Mm-hmm.
find them again. So the leather suitcases, not quite the same. Well, we have what I was trying to say though is we have like these suitcases that are now placeable within the game, and basically as you shoot them, and they break, things will explode out of them. We
Yeah,
actually
like custom.
we have like items and stuff like that come out of them, and then we have a bunch of like textures that we made too. Maybe that was another Muss thing. He made a bunch of like clothing textures to burst out of the suitcases.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I remember that.
Let me see if I can find. Oh, not without. Why does this think I'm trying to upload something? I can't really. I'd show off some of the stuff on actual Discord here, but I can't actually pull it up. And maybe that's for the best, so I don't show off anything I don't want to. But
Yeah.
yeah. I think that for the most part is the portion of our show for showing off our actual like work and development stuff. A good 2.5 hours of showing off new content, I think, is pretty solid.
I think that's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're gonna take like a 5-10 minute break. I'm gonna play some music over the standby screen, and then we will
Mhm.
come back to some Duke 3D, playing through Nuclear Winter and that. I think it's called. I think it's just called Duke 2013 for some reason.
Oh,
What's the
yeah.
name of
Okay.
the actual mod? Is that the name of the actual mod?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. The Christmas one. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll come back and like I said, like 10 minutes or so, and we'll do that.
All right. See y'all in a few. Get up, get some stretches, have some water.
Get some food.